I'm here with Women's Open captain Sarah Blair. Sarah, talk us through that grand final just there.
Yeah, it was a really hard match. It was a 40-minute effort from all of us, and I think we had a point to prove from State Cup. You know, being up 4-0, going down 4-0 and losing the grand final really hurt. So I think tonight, this weekend, we had a point to prove, and I think we tried our best. We worked.
Thanks for that. We want to hear that. Tell us a bit about your team. You just trash tackled you.
Look, I can have no more positive things to say about this team. They're a great bunch of girls. We're all there for each other. The love that we have today proved on the field. We back each other up. We're always there for each other. Couldn't ask for a better group of girls. And our coaches, like, without them, we wouldn't get that win. Without the belief, you know, Trent, Mitch, especially Mitch as our coach, he has for us, all of our trainers, everyone that gets a part of it. Like, it just makes it one big team, one big family, and that's how I think that we were able to get that win today.
Too easy. Congratulations and go celebrate.
Thank you.
Think of everything you could do with NIB. You could use NIB rewards to get a discount on some new sneakers. You could get into running. With the time you save with telehealth and prescription delivery, you could really get into running. You could find the perfect physio and really get into running. You could even get discounted travel insurance. Let's just start with the sneakers. NIB, potentially amazing.
Good afternoon. Welcome to C.ex International Stadium. Great to have your company wherever you're tuning in on the KO live stream. I'm Jeff Killick, and what a fantastic afternoon it's been. And we're about to see one of our premier divisions here. It's the Men's Opens Grand Final, and it's the Central Coast up against the East Coast Dolphins. It is game on. And I'm sure you'll recognise a lot of the players at this level. And we're only a minute or so away. Let's go through the Central Coast team. Martin in 1, Myers 2, Irwin 3, Murray 4, Adita 5, Eagleton 6, Cooper 7, Martz 8, Williams 9, Sun in 10, Kelly 11, Wiley in 12, Hodges 13, Fluckus in 14, Simpson 15, and 16 is Sealer. In the East Coast Dolphins, Booth in the 0, the double zeros, Tallis Brown, Scaragia in 2, Lowe 3, Lister 4, DeMayo, little Max DeMayo in 6, 7 is Camilleri in 8, Lloyd 10, Garcia 12, Bronson 14, And 21 deep. Donaghy is in the 23. Patterson 27. Haddock in Liam Haddock there in the 77. And Dave Kennard rounds it off in the 99. Damien Rengie blows a whistle on the men's 20s. Men's Opens Grand Final. And it's the Dolphins running from right to left of your screen in the light blue up against the dark blue Central Coast on the left. So this is game on. These teams have come together many a times. I believe there was extra time in one of the finals and they gave them a little bit of an extra breather, just a few minutes. But these guys, men's opens, they're pretty fit. This is one of the elite premier divisions. Of course, over 17, 18 divisions here across the weekend. 3,500 players. And there's a well-executed 50-10. Oh, hang on, the ref's gone right. No, the ref stood on the cone and said it bounced over. No, he's given him the 50-10. So Central Coast now, they'll go on the attack. 156 teams across the weekend here in the Senior Nationals, and this is the Elite Premier Division right now. The men's opens. And Central Coast on the attack. Who walks home with the chocolates? 40 minutes down the track. Nice. Outside ball. Tags off. And Max DeMayo in there. Manages to get the tag. Plenty of chat also, eh? There'll be plenty of niggle out there with these blokes. Half of them think they're going to be on Love Island one day, they were telling me. But right now, it's all about the footy. And Sully, great to have you back. Here we go, mate. The Premier Division in the Men's Opens Grand Final. East Coast Dolphins up against the Central Coast on the attack right now.
Well, as you mentioned, that semi-final, Central Coast defeated the Wolves 4-1. And then that one that was locked up at full time, the East Coast Dolphins and the Storm were 5-4.
And they went to drop-off.
4-all.
And they've gone to drop-off.
The Dolphins won 5-4.
Wow.
So thrilling semi-finals. But probably when you look at that, Jeff, the big thing is Central Coast only letting Wolves in for one try.
Okay, so have the Dolphins played their grand final the game before? Can they go the distance? You know, seven or eight games to get to here. And there's a 50-10 well executed now from the Dolphins. So it's tit for tat here. In the men's opens, grand final, and a great kick there.
Yeah, outstanding kick. Under pressure and just threaded the needle beautifully.
And what I find in this division, Sully, is, they'll go a few plays. If they're on the back foot, they just, let it rip because they've all got the power to boot it that far, you know. So a 50-10 from, a few metres in front of their try line is quite common.
And just early points as well, Jeff, that's the key.
Yeah, well, I don't know if they're going to be that easy to come by at this level. But, you're right. If you can get on top early, we saw that earlier game where it went to mercy rule in the semi-final because they got on top early. So the Dolphins on the attack. They'll come to the western touchline. Quick play the ball now. They'll head back towards the middle. Scoots can't find his way through there. That was Brown. Now, they run right, but go left. No, dummies. Tag falls off and tags himself. Tallis Brown have to play it there. Quick play the ball. Goes for a little netballer over the top. The referee says tags off and uses his height in that one. Liam Haddock. And you're a bit bigger than his dad, isn't he?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah,
bigger than his dad. Is that Perry's boy?
Well, I'm guessing it is. I'm sure it is. Look at the size of him.
What's happened there? How tall's Mum?
Yeah, Mum. I think he's got Mum's genetics, mate.
Yeah, well, they do say it's impossible for a boy to be smaller than his mum. So there you go.
So
you learn something new every day, Jeff.
Every day, mate. And it's funny, I Googled Perry just before I came here, and I was having a chat with him this morning because we were hoping to get a game in together because he's great to co-commentate with. And I thought I'd better just refresh as the Central Coast go for a 50-10. And, mate, it had his height on there. Who cares about his height? 1.6, 160-something centimetres it was. He's 1.63 or something. And the good thing is Perry's never let it bother him. You know, his skill level for his size was way above. It's the Dolphins now on the attack. Quick play the board. DeMayo out of dummy half, looks for a scoot, finds an offload. They go back to the centre, got hands out there. Kennard can't take it. He puts it to ground. It goes backwards, back inside. Now they'll come back to the left side. DeMayo tries to tap on. Ends up going to the winger, back to DeMayo. Steps off one. He'll play it there. Fifth and last, they'll go the short side. They're going to play it. Puts a little tap through, straight into the hands of the Sunny Coast. And the Central Coast will take possession there. The men's opens, if you've just joined us on the KO live stream, it's all locked up at 0-0. We're a few minutes in. I'm Jeff Killick, and great to have your company. And we've got James Sully-Sullivan here as well.
Yeah, well, I think if you're the Central Coast coaching staff, you're pretty happy with that defensive set. They've done pretty well, haven't they? You know, because they have thrown a lot at them, the Dolphins.
Yeah, and we can see that the Central Coast have defended the first few raids, but still hard to pick. You know, and if the Dolphins are coming off, well, they've obviously fit enough, coming off that that extra time play in the semi-final, you know, is that going to pay its toll at the back end of this game? We'll find out.
Yeah, we will indeed.
Central Coast, 10 in front of their sticks. In front of the halfway, I beg your pardon. They'll come to centre field. Quick play the ball there. Look to go the ditch. Caught Kennard out of position there. He misses a tag. They go through. They'll come back to the right side. This time, they go for a little chip and chase, and DeMayo picks it up. Can't get through there, Sully.
Yeah, one of those ones you look at, you put the kick, you still have two men on the outside. So that's probably where they should have went. Just have a look at, use that attacking players outside, and then they're off and gone.
And there's another. So, yeah, you can see they're going to utilise his kick all day because it's hard to score points from the bottom end unless you've got a bit of talent like this young bloke. Steps one, finds support on the outside, and, geez, scramble defence just saves that one. Now they'll come back to the centre, and all of a sudden all the defenders are back for the Dolphins. Dummies and, absolute try saver, Sully.
Absolutely was indeed. We'll give him credit when we find out the number. Did a great job. It was the 14 for the Dolphins. Chris Brosnan. Absolute try saver.
So the Central Coast, a little bit of momentum change here at the moment. It was all Dolphins earlier. Dummies out of dummy half, shoots it. Isolates, goes for the intercept. And the Dolphins now down the East Coast, beats one. He's got one more to beat. Bins his ears back. The 7 dives over. Got support on the inside. This is amazing stuff. They've gone from one end of the field to the other. Kieran Duncan, you've been a busy man today, but thanks for coming to join us in the commentary box. What about this?
Looks like I've got straight into the action, Jeff. Wow.
1 minute the Central Coast are about to score. Next minute's a Dolphins length of the field.
I need to give you a breath, mate.
What about the Oxy Viva? I might need a few sucks on that later. Here we go now, the Central Coast. They'll play it about 10 shy of the halfway. Puts a kick through. It's bounced off the Dolphins' foot. Yeah, he said play that.
Yeah, I think he got that right. Play that. Damien Rangi refereeing, Jeff?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, Damien Rangi. Do we know where he's from? He's one of your boys, is he?
No, he's from Penrith.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's got one of the main games here in Premier Divisions in the men's opens. And let's face it, a lot of these blokes are only just over 20. So, it's at the top end. Central Coast dummies on, jeez. Mate, the defenders come from everywhere. If they get through, the defenders just come from everywhere. Dummies, double shuffle. Well read by the Dolphin defence. Tags off. Central Coast will play it there.
Double
Eagleton into dummy half. Offloads to Martin. He tries to suck him in. Shows him the ball. Goes himself short side. Comes back under against the grain. And it works. Confuses the defence. And first points to the Central Coast.
Yeah,
it's the Sunny Coast 1, Dolphins yet to score in the men's opens. Let's have a look at the replay here, Kieran.
Brilliant from Breno Martin. Just goes back to the short side, runs overs, and then turns it back on the inside to, I think it was Daniel Kelly.
Daniel Kelly opens the account for the Central Coast here at C.ex International Stadium. In the men's opens, it's the Sunny Coast. Well, they've all jumped to their feet back down at the Sunny. Be watching this on the KO live stream. Great to have your company wherever you're tuning in from. It's been a fantastic day. Grand finals. And across the board the weekend, 156 teams, 3,500 players. we've got new teams, Kieran, that come in from Dubbo out in the Central West, and and they also had a team come all the way from Great Britain in the men's opens, and they just missed out on finals. Yeah, well done, Oztag. They've put on a clinic here this weekend.
Yeah, it's great to see, wasn't it? And obviously to finish this game with the pinnacle men's opens, and yeah, 2 top sides in it.
Yeah, and just over to the back, even though we haven't got vision of it, is the mixed open. So another good game going over there in the grand final, and I believe the Storm caused an upset to get themselves back in to try and defend their title. Getting over ACT, and they're playing the Dolphins over there. But right now, this is about the Central Coast and the Dolphins. And the men's opens, and it's the Central Coast 1 over the Dolphins 0. And I'll be honest, I don't know as much about the Central Coast boys as I do the Dolphins, but I know this Dolphins team's been pretty strong over many years. Oh, nice inside ball. But what about he backed himself, kicked it, picks it up, but he says knock on when he pulled it to him.
That was a tough call, wasn't it? He probably got it right, but it looked like he put a little kick in, but I think he might have got it right, Damien Rengie.
Damien Rengie was Johnny on the spot, and he's come up with a decision there. And a good let off there for the Dolphins. But already, quick return, good meters. They're 10 shy of the halfway. Quick settle now. This time through Brown. He'll play it there. You can see they've got a stack side here. Some fresh legs come on. Kennard. He'll go quick play the ball there. They'll come back to the left side. DeMayo, dummies. Goes through. Backs himself. Tags off. And only just. Well tagged there by Williams. Back to the centre now. Left. Spins. Kennard. Haven't seen much of him this game yet. He'll inject later, I'm sure. Here we go now. Tags off all of a sudden.
I was going to say, sorry, Jeff, it could be dangerous there, a little kick like that. They pick it up with the speed of these boys, and it's a full-length try, so you've got to be careful there.
Yeah, especially if they've got a bit of support play with them as well. So we're 1-0 Central Coast over the Dolphins, and we're halfway into the first half. Oh, geez, these games, they go quick when you're having fun, don't they? Hey, look at this. He's tried to let it run, and it did. Well left. Well left there. By Chase Deep.
Did you say Chase Deep?
That's what I said.
Or a deep chase.
Yeah, Chase Deep there. Yeah, good one. One of your best. Should be a commentator.
They've just rolled some fresh legs on the Dolphins where they needed it. They've got CJ Booth on there who normally controls the game. The 0. Yeah,
here they go now, the Dolphins. They make it up to the halfway. And the thing is, they make so many metres on all their attacking plays, both teams at this level. So you've got to be on your game in defence as well. Oh, dummy straight through, and there's a diving tag. And he dacked him on the way, but Dane Myers, he had to make that tag. Yeah, he got a penalty because he grabbed his shorts, but, geez, he stopped a possible try there, Kieran.
Yeah, and he hit the deck pretty hard. But, yeah, try saver.
Yeah, hit the deck like a sack of spuds. I think that's what they say. Here they go now. Dolphins, Western touchline. They drift across. They get shut down. Back inside. Calls him under. Says, no, we'll go back to the Eastern. He's got 2 on 1 here if they can isolate. Goes down low. Tags off. Knees are on the ground anyway if he had got over there, Kieran.
Yep, definitely.
So there's the cutout ball. Dummies. Goes himself. He said he usually dictates around the middle. Tags are on. No, tags off again. Just. Good defence here by the Central Coast. The scramble and the slide. And, geez, my only missed tag is going to cause points in this. These guys are on song here.
Yeah, they back their defence from the inside out.
There's another good tag. The Central Coast, their try line defence really working for them right now. And we're 14 minutes into the first half. The men's open. So there's a kick. It's gone here, there and everywhere like a pinball, and that's a changeover.
Probably didn't need that.
Yeah, they all love this little kick, think they're going to regather. And I talk about a lot when Perry's in the box with me, but mate, and I watched it in the mixed opens the last 3 days. Mate, 1 in 10 they regather.
Yeah, look,
1 in 10. Some are doing it on the second and third play. Like 1 in 10 you regather in those little ones. Make the kick out.
These boys are very good at it. Yeah. It was just a little bit tight then with a lot of feet around. Obviously they can knock the ball down or play at the ball.
It's great they got the confidence, but the kid had a metre or less. He had less than a metre to put a kick through, regather and try and score it. I think you're better to throw it, mate. Throw it and throw it wide.
If you just watch his Central Coast team, how well they defend from the inside. They give him that outside wing and then they all shift and slide.
So here they go now. They do a bit of shift the ball here, Dolphins. Oh, he's been tagged without the ball. I wouldn't be surprised here. Yeah, he caused a penalty. He just ran alongside him and he just ripped the tag anyway, thinking he had the ball in hand. And he's come out to challenge the ref. Yeah, he's giving, professional foul. Is this professional foul? Because he gave the ref a spray. He wasn't happy with it. So he's given him 5 minutes, and that's ill-disciplined by the Central Coast, and that's going to put him under enormous pressure here, Kieran.
Yeah, it is. I think he was actually looking at the ref, should I take it, should I take it? He pulled the tag off, and he must have said something to him. So Damien Rengie said, you have a rest. So well, that could hurt the Coast.
It's certainly not good. I think it was Kaya Ardita from the Central Coast, so he's got himself 10 in the bin.
Very good
player. Five in the bin.
Very good player too.
Yeah.
Current Australian player.
Yeah, well, it's a little heat of the battle here. And that's what grand finals do to you, quick movement, but they just couldn't get it there. They're appealing for a Central Coast hand in there. And the touchy's intervened, and the ref's not buying it, neither is the touchy. So a little bit of a performance there by the Dolphins, but the ref and the touchy not buying it, Kieran.
No, Central Coast ball.
And you know yourself, these blokes, they will try and sell you.
Oh,
they'll try and sell you, mate. They sell ice to Eskimos, these blokes.
Talk to the ref all game. It's good having a touchy.
Yeah, especially at this level. But, yeah, it's nice that you got those extra eyes on. So there's that 50-10 that we expect from this level game. And well diffused and taken for by Lister.
Yeah, very good awareness there. He knew where the sideline was. It was a 50-10 if he left it.
Kennard in the dummy half. Looks to the right. Sends one off the hip. Bang. Quick play the ball they're looking for. A little bit slow, but here they are. They've got a stacked short side here. They come back. Goes for that chip and chase we just spoke about. Henry gathers. Has a contact, but it wasn't intentional. They're appealing for it, Central Coast. Looking for an attacking contact penalty. Wasn't on. Now comes over. This time. Back to the centre. They're switching players. DeMayo goes in. Dummies. Looks for a runner. This time they come back against the grain again. Another kick. I don't know. Was that the option, that last option? They've come up with it, but was that the option, that kick? That could have...
Nah, a little bit rushed. I mean, they kept turning players back on the inside, but the kick probably wasn't on then. But I think they've got a penalty, so yeah.
I thought they might have called it back. DeMayo's tag might have been off. I don't know. But either way, DeMayo played it, and he's in the dummy half now. Options left and right. Comes to the left. This time to Brown. Holds it. Kennard. Can't find his way there now. Back to Brown. DeMayo. Calls him under. Says, here, pop this to you, Haddock. And then Max, bang, tacks a line. Oh, brings it out, isolates, beautiful, diving stuff. Sensational try. And you put that down to Max DeMayo's little razzle-dazzle and a bit of hocus-pocus, focus, whatever you want to call it, and he tricked him.
That's great play there. Very sharp, wasn't it?
So let's have a look at the replay.
Caught him under, little pop. Haddock's giving it back to him on the wrap. Hit the winger. And, yeah, great try in the corner. And nice finish.
Jason Camilleri. So we're all locked up. It's the men's Opens grand final here. The last one of the Premier Division. C.ex Stadium and, the Central Coast. Well, they've let that one through. That means it's a dropout. So it's all going the Dolphins' way at the moment. Their coach, he will certainly be happy about that, Sean Tabbott.
I don't think they meant to let it go through. It's just a brilliant kickoff. Some of these guys are very good at kickoffs.
So there's a nice sitter, and that goes up and just over the halfway. Little hop, skip and a jump there from Chase Deep. He finds an offload. Make it another one. They're over the eastern touchline. They're telling them to take a settle, and they're setting up for something here with some shape on the left. Here they go now. Hands on from Brown. Tallis Brown digs into the line. Now they swing around to the right. Options left and right there. Chris Bronson in the dummy half. Brown finds an offload. Back to the inside. Bronson. Now they go all the way. Haddock goes to the corner. Dummies, but can't find his way over there. Levi Scaragia.
They're testing the defence out in that link position for the Coast. They're holding on pretty well.
So Central Coast, a little bit of work to do here. We're all locked up at 1-1.
I think that's an offside penalty.
Well, there's only about a minute to go, so they've got to set here. And let's see if they can get their nose in front, or if it ends up all levelled up going into the halftime break. And we haven't seen any drop-offs today, Kieran. Interesting. Just when you think, it's all locked up, this is a tight game, the second half's been completely different. So there's an injury there, unintentional, and he's in a little bit of pain here. The siren's gone in the background, but Will Eagleton, he is limping like no tomorrow. And that one goes to ground. Referee Damien Rangi says, we'll call half-time on that one, fellas. So we've had a send-off. And we've had 2 tries.
Sin bin, yep.
Yeah, a sin bin. We've had a sin bin and 2 tries. It's 1-1 here. Central Coast v the East Coast Dolphins in the men's opens. We're going to take a short break. Be back with the second half. Don't go away.
Think of everything you could do with NIB. You could use NIB rewards to get a discount on some new sneakers. You could get into running. With the time you save with telehealth and prescription delivery, you could really get into running. You could find the perfect physio and really get into running. You could even get discounted travel insurance. Let's just start with the sneakers. NIB, potentially amazing.
Good afternoon. Welcome back to Oval number 1, or field number 1 here. It's the Premier Division, the Men's Opens Grand Final at C.ex Stadium. Great to have your company wherever you're tuning in on the KO live stream. I'm Jeff Killick, and joining me, Kieran Duncan. And what a cracker we've got for a second half, 20 minutes to go. And Central Coast, Sinbin, player. And all of a sudden it's 1-1 and could go either way still now, Kieran.
Yeah, we're back to 8-on-8, I noticed there, Jeff.
Yeah. Now, when they sin bin, is there a certain time, or it's just when the ref wants to bring you back on?
It's up to 5 minutes with discretion of the ref.
Yeah,
so.
discretion. Okay. Well, he brought him back on, and they've had a halftime break. He's had plenty of time to think about it, and the Dolphins couldn't really capitalise on it. So Kennard's gone down there. He's copped one to the knee, and he's limping off. Yeah. So Kennard will have a look at that on the sideline, and he's in a world of pain. He's in a world of pain, and at Kernell, they can handle pain, I can tell you, the Kernell kid. But he's in a world of pain right now. Here go the Dolphins. So that'll be a big loss if Kennard doesn't go back on. And I think his dad, Joel, the Golden Bachelor of the Shire, is watching. And don't worry, Joel, we'll keep you updated on that injury. So at the moment, he's on the sideline. He's in a little bit of pain. But right now, they've put a kick through here. And what do you get, a 7-tackle set? So the Central Coast now, they'll take a settle. Up the middle now, 10 shy of the halfway. Come the Western touchline. Goes for the kick. He went over early and was at a bit of a limp too going into the halftime break, but he's managed to put a good kick through there. Will Eagleton. Geez, he's fast. Who was that kid that come shooting through then?
Yeah, great return, mate, from the 12.
We haven't seen much of him. Blake Willie.
I think it was Eddie Garcia that returned the ball then.
Oh, Eddie Garcia.
Yeah, I've watched
Blake Willie's the 12 from the Central Coast. My mistake. Eddie Garcia. Well, we want to see a bit more of him into some space.
Yeah, I've seen him on some of the outer grounds, throughout the tournament. He's been, pretty lightning.
So Central Coast now on the attack. Hard to score points from down that end, but it's certainly been done plenty of times in the past by guys at this level. There's that 50-10 they all use. He puts it through there by Flackus, Ben Flackus. Gotta watch how you say that, Kieran.
Yeah, maybe Farkas, maybe.
Flackus and the whole Flackus family. Just be careful how you say that one when I get a little bit excited.
It was inches off a 50-10. We've got a penalty there for dipping.
Yes,
dipping.
And it was appealed for as well. So their number 9, Mitch Williams there, he went straight to the ref, but referee Rangi, he was all over it. He was all over it. Doesn't matter, I won't say it. Here we go. Central Coast now. On the attack. They go short ball. Nice decoy player, but the tag was off. Geez, that was a nice little play, set play, Kieran. I think they might have worked on that one, but just the tag was off just enough to call the play back. Eastern touchline. Nothing doing there. Scramble defence by the Dolphins. Central Coast come back over. This time they throw it to the west. Spins. And it's hard to tag those tall blokes, isn't it? And he's got plenty of height on him. Daniel Kelly got plenty of height on him.
It's a penalty. I'm not sure what for.
Yeah,
maybe offside.
Yeah, thanks, mate, because I missed that one. I was looking at the height of Daniel Kelly. He's a big unit. So they'll play the ball now. Dummies, goes left. Kelly gets it, turns. Hard for him to dive down low, isn't it? At his height.
Big boy.
Get down low, close to the line. But they're hard to tag because their hips are up higher.
Martin's the one to watch here.
Yeah, here we go. Out of dummy half. Scoots goes left, and Cooper can't find his way through there. This is Martin now. You said to watch him. Holds it up. Try assist. I think they're happy with it. Yes. Blows to the spot. Central Coast 2. Dolphins 1.
Yeah, he's very explosive, Jeff. You see him go around the back there and create that extra number, and he just had too much pace. We just watched a replay. There he goes. Scoots out of dummy half.
He isolated DeMayo, but you said watch him, mate. You knew it was coming.
Yeah, you can see him in the background. He's a very smart player, Breno Martin.
So the Central Coast to kick us off. They're in front 2-1 in the Men's Opens Grand Final, and now it's all going their way. So they've got a kick down there, and now they'll get the return dropout. They'll get the ball back from the kickoff. As a coach, you couldn't ask for a better start after the back of points, could you, Kieran?
Beautiful, yep. Try, kick it dead, get the ball back, and let's throw another set at him.
So Eagleton, he'll play it just in front of the halfway. Centre field. Come left. Can't find his way through there. Flackus, he'll play it. Again, quick settle there from Myers. Central Coast building for something. Wraps around, can't get through. Eagleton again. Defence too strong for the Dolphins. They only trail by 1. It's 2-1. Oh, big step off the left. Goes back inside, looks for support. Comes back against the grain. Tags off. That was a mid-air tag. He was diving mid-air like Superman, and the tag was ripped straight off. Good timing there by the Dolphins defender.
It's a great tag. Had to make that tag.
So the Dolphins now on the attack. Some fresh legs coming out also. Quick subs coming on. Now they'll come back too wide. Quick play the ball. Always an advantage. Now they'll go to this eastern side. Dummies. Puts the burners on. Comes back inside. He should have looked for the support, I thought. Easy to say from up here. Quick play the ball now. The Dolphins on the attack. First time I think they've been down this end of the field, Kieran. Here they come. The West Coast. Can't find their way through there. Now they come back. Garcia, he offloads it. Big double cutout. Hits it to the eastern side. Donaghy finds a little offload, but unfortunately, that's the fifth and last there. It's gone to ground.
That's end to end in one set. The boys picked the ball up, the Dolphins, on their own 5 metre line and turned it over on the 5 metre line. So, yeah, very entertaining, very fast.
And Donaghy out there for the Dolphins on the outer edge, just like his dad was for the Sharks. The Fox, Paul Donaghy. Great to see his dad down here supporting him as he always does. Good stuff there from Donaghy. Here we go now. The Central Coast, that was never a 50-10. He just didn't get Get into the right meat of the ball. Oh, he tackled him almost. Scooted across, and, geez, that was borderline. I know he took the tag, but, geez, the way he wrapped around him, Kieran, it was almost a tackle, mate.
Yeah, that's a 12 again, Eddie Garcia. You don't want to give him too much room on the wing.
So the Dolphins trying to get themselves back into this game, and they are. It's 2-1. A quick settle there. This time from Scaragia. Now they'll come back to the right. Brown looks for an offload. Dummies inside. Lloyd goes back the other way. They head the East Coast. Says, come under. No, you go the other way.
Oh, very short there, Central Coast.
Yeah, but the scramble and the slide defence has been good from both teams. Oh, the little spin doesn't work that time for Brosnan. He'll play it there. They'll come back. Brown gets a low one to his feet, pops it up, makes it look easy, but it wasn't. Comes back to the eastern side, but can't get through there. Remy Lister. Now they'll go back. Eastern side. 2 off the ruck. No, Jinx comes back. They're trying to get the defence to bite and go the other way. Now they're keeping it alive against the grain. Runs inside Lister. Can't get through there. That's the 5th and last. What option? They're going to go right to that East Coast. Big cutout ball onto the chest. Doesn't reach the target.
He's cut 3 players out there. I think the Central Coast winger had him covered anyway, but yeah, entertaining.
Well, the Central Coast, they fend off another raid. They're just in front by 1 point. It's 2 points to 1. The men's open. Got the women's mix happening over on the other field. I'd love to know what the score is over there. The mixed opens. It's been a cracking competition. Dolphins v the Storm as well. But right now, it's the Central Coast in front. The men's opens. Great to have your company wherever you're tuning in. The KO live stream. It's been a fantastic day. Oztag have put on here in the Australian Nationals Seniors Oztag. And there's a little bit of a push. And I don't think you're going to win that battle against the big Tallis Brown. In fact, he's almost the size of Gordon Tallis, isn't he?
He sure is. Oh.
Yeah, nice tag. Shuts that one down. Central Coast on the attack. Little momentum shift here now. Have they got enough? With about 10 minutes remaining in this second half. 10 minutes till we see who the winner is. The Men's Opens Grand Final 2025 Nationals.
Play that or not play that?
Well, it's gone backwards anyway, and they've ended up with the ball here, the Dolphins. So that was the best thing. He just dived on it and diffused it. Quick settle there from Jake Lowe. Haven't seen much of him. Now they go 2 wide. Here they go, short side. Now that's a real acute angle, and he couldn't have made it any better.
CJ Booth.
Mate, you said he'll come round and dictate terms around the middle. We haven't seen much of him on the field, Kieran.
No, he may be injured.
Mate, he's got his knee strapped, and he's just kicked. That could be a very strategic kick. They might get points off the back of this. Donaghy sends a player under, and they do, where you can thank the kicker, CJ Booth.
Yep.
And let's go to the replay and talk us through this one.
And he's exciting too. Obviously, all come off the back of a 50-10, but I've seen Max DeMeo. Hopefully I pronounced it right. He's just a late switch, and yeah, he's been pretty electric so far. Did I get the shirt number right?
It was Chase Deep in the 21.
Okay.
Yeah, but you got the pronunciation right. It is DeMeo, but it wasn't Max that scored that one. It wasn't Max in the 6. Well, I didn't see 6. I thought I saw Chase Deep on that one.
Yeah, I think so, Jeff.
So yeah, and mate, I believe in the girls. The mixed open division at the moment, 2 girl tries and Storm are in front.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's interesting because Storm, they didn't play their best tournament, but they've managed to get to the final. I think they're going for the fourth time back-to-back premiers. And they actually got beat by ACT at one stage.
See, I'd like to know how many Storms teams are actually in the finals because, yeah, they've been on a fair few fields.
Mate, it's they've turned into a great, strong division, and that's the beauty of Nationals, isn't it? You get to see what's going on all around Australia and where they're at.
As we see the East Coast Dolphins try and work out off their own line. They'll be wanting to finish this set, get a long kick down and play down the other end and try and force a mistake.
So here they go now.
Look a little bit flat at the moment, the Dolphins.
And Kennard's back out there, so the Golden Bachelor of the Shire will be happy to see his son back out there.
Ref said played at 6 again, so that's they'll be happy with that, the East Coast Dolphins.
Well, it's only we're all locked up at 2-2, so it's still anyone's game. And the Dolphins going to come home with some wind in their sail here. You know, we spoke about fitness and playing extra time in a semi-final, but they're certainly not thinking about that right now. He's one of your strike players. C.J. Booth back there just played it. Here's Kennard. They get him into space. Watch out. Here they go now, Dolphins. I'll come back to this. Western touchline, almost a shoulder in that one. He says, yeah, grab the shirt. So he's earned a penalty there, Camilleri. Dolphins, quick tap. Ahead centre field. Donaghy, back to Kennard.
No.
Oh, throws an intercept. And he pulled up. If he had just pinned his ears back, that could have been a different outcome for Bailey Hodges. But the pressure's off.
Yeah, he may have just spent a fair bit of time in defence, Hodges, and he just turned the ball over and he needed a rest. It's a quick game.
So a quick tap here now for the Central Coast. Eagleton been involved in everything. Now they go 1, 2 wide. Martin can't find his way through there. Now they're on the halfway. Come back. Switch it back inside. Martin again plays the ball. Now they go 1 wide off the ruck. Looks to put it through. Flarkus. And the kick's gone straight into the hands of a Dolphins player. So probably not the most strategic or the best kick of the day.
No, it's clever by the Dolphins player to play at it and just take a bit of speed off the ball. But yeah, end-to-end at the moment.
So the Dolphins now. Here's DeMayo. Asks the question. Looks at him. Tries to jink his way through. Plays the ball there. Now they'll come back. Straight to the middle. Quick meters. Central Coast on the back foot. They've got to retire. That's the 5th and last. Goes the kick, and it was a good one. But all the Central Coast jerseys are back there. Central Coast, quick return now. This time through Murray. 2 wide. Back inside again. Hands on ball. Eagleton. He'll play it there. They'll come one off the ruck. This is Martin. Martin plays it. Now they'll come back. Again, Eagleton goes for the 50-10, but that one just hasn't got the right angle. Kieran and,
not a bad result.
Not a bad result, but that'll be a 7 tackle set. Is that an advantage at this age group?
Not really. We do talk about it a little bit, but they're going to go end-to-end anyway, aren't they? So, yeah, not a bad result. They set 100%. Up and, Coast get some subs on and regroup.
Yeah. And in the fair dinkum department, are you going to play 6 plays, right? So there's the second play, which is actually the first, right? So let's see if they end up playing 7, right? That's the first. Here they go inside. That's the second. Quick scoot out of dummy half. We said, watch out if he gets into space.
He's got some wheels.
Oh, Eddie Garcia. Sounds like a movie star. Lloyd, he'll play it there. Kennard. Here they go again. Brown. Donaghy sends it on. All the way to the wing now. Step inside. Can't get through the defence there. He'll play it low. Donaghy. Back to the centre. Back on to Brown. Puts a little chip through. Kennard chases it.
That's going to pop up.
Oh, that could have been try of the year.
Not sure what he's called.
Yeah,
there.
He's saying contact and with the kick and the ball or something or other there.
So there you go, Jeff. End to end, 7 tag set, and they finish it with a kick.
I'll be honest, I was counting them on my finger, as you know, but I ended up getting all tangled up calling the game, and I didn't think they'd go the full 7. I thought, nah, they'll end up kicking it before that. They'll put a kick away or someone will go for a little chip kick or something like that. Right now, we're all locked up, 2-2. We're in the final 5 minutes. The final 5 minutes. Here we are at C.ex International Stadium. It's been a fantastic, the highlight game of today. It's been a fantastic finals day here on field 1. Here go the Central Coast, looking to try and get points in the dying minutes of this second half. We're all locked up at 1-1 at half time. Now all of a sudden, we're 2-2.
That was a bit of a kick and hope then. They got a bit of luck there, the Central Coast. For me, the key players to have on the field is Breno Martin for Central Coast and C.J. Booth for the Dolphins.
Here we go. Straight into space.
Breno Martin.
Oh, that's a killer. Martin, and you tipped earlier and said, you know, if anyone's going to open them up, and Breno Martin goes through.
He just knows when to play, mate. He pops up. He knows when the important times are for himself to be on the field, and he injects himself. I mean, first try, he did the same thing. He wrapped around the back, and, yeah, he's just explosive. He's a very, very smart player. He sets the play up for his team. He sacrifices and plays a quick tag, and just then he, exploded.
3-2. Central Coast go to the lead. We're in the dying minutes, and now they've got one of these great kicks from the kickoff. I get a kick returner. Happy Michael Buton around here. He's fist pumping already. Still a couple of minutes to go here, Mick.
Anything can happen in a men's opens game. They're likely to get the ball back off the dropout and go the length.
We know how quick they can put points on, but Mick knows, mate. He's been in enough footy, and he's feeling quietly confident. Here you go. We just spoke about it. Dolphins in the space. Oh, what's he saying? Offside. Referee Rangi.
I don't think so.
Wow.
I don't think so.
Maybe we can try and go to the replay from the
contact.
Let's go to the replay from the dropout. Contact. They're saying a contact penalty. Wow. I tell you.
The touchy didn't have his flag up, so it went 10 metres. So I'm not sure. I think it was a contact penalty.
Okay, it doesn't matter. Central Coast still in front, 3-2. It could have been a different outcome. Had they got that ball from that dropout, he was into space, and just as we were saying, they can score him instantly from anywhere. Men's Opens, Central Coast in front, 3-2 over the Dolphins.
It's not over yet.
It's never over, mate, to the final whistle. And these blokes, they'll play to that. So that's the fifth and last. Out of dummy half, shoots, goes back in. Looks for a little kick, way too big.
Oh, he's probably happy with that, Jeff. Kicked it dead, wasted a bit of time.
Yeah, well, it's winding the clock down. Lachlan Simpson puts that one through, so, yeah, it was an all or nothing. And like I said, doesn't matter. So the Dolphins, all the work to do. We're in the final minute of the Men's Opens Grand Final. I haven't been able to get an update on the score over in the mixed. I believe there was 2 girl tries to put the Storm in front. We'll know by the body language when the siren goes. Right now, the Dolphins got all the work to do. Short side, dummy goes through. Looks for a player. Finds someone on the outside, inside. And unfortunately, he's thrown it to a Central Coast player, and the siren's gone in the background. The Dolphins' heads have gone down, and that means it is game over. Big celebrations here for the Central Coast going out victors.
Yeah, and congratulations to both teams. We see Central Coast celebrate now. I mean, that's a great, entertaining game. You couldn't have asked for much more. The result could have gone either way too, I think. It was just those couple of key moments from Breno Martin when he stepped up was a difference for me.
And I can let the people interested in the mixed opens know that the Storm is celebrating over on the other field. So they've beaten the Dolphins in the mixed opens as well. But look at this. Let's have a look at these highlights, Kieran. So the Central Coast, yeah, they were the better team just on the day, and the score reflects that at 3-2.
As we see Haddock just...
onto DeMayo, yeah.
Onto DeMayo, and yeah, he's just beat his man on the outside and finished off with a nice dive in the corner.
Camilleri. So,
and then Martin again explodes. Try assist for Martin. So for me, he's player of the match so far.
I have to agree with you.
And here we just see a late switch. Someone bit in, one of the defenders from Central Coast, and
Chase Deep goes over.
And then Martin just changes the tempo of the game. Bang, explodes, sees a half gap, and off he goes. And very, very, very. I think he might be eligible for men's 30s now, perhaps. Breno Martin. I'm not too sure.
Oh, jeez. Don't write him off just yet.
No.
Thank you very much for everyone that's tuned in the afternoon. Thank you to our production crew and our directors, all the cameramen, and thank you to all the Oztag staff, the volunteers, the mums and dads, and everyone for tuning in on KO live stream. Been great to have your company. I'm Jeff Killick. Until next time, stay safe and be good. We'll see you then.
Think of everything you could do with NIB. You could use NIB rewards to get a discount on some new sneakers. You could get into running. With the time you save with Tally Health and prescription delivery, you could really get into running. You could find the perfect physio and really get into running. You could even get discounted travel insurance. Let's just start with the sneakers. NIB, potentially amazing.
I'm here with Men's Open captain Brendan Martin. 5 in a row. Do you ever get sick of losing?
Nah, mate, you don't get sick of winning at all. So, look, that was the toughest game yet, and we've done 5 in a row, but the competition gets harder every year. So we'll do what we can, but we'll hold on to this one for now as well.
What are the celebrations going to be like with you boys?
It's going to be a big one, mate. This is something special. It's something we dream about. We train very hard for this. So to win 3-2 in a tight contest, we know that everyone's on us, so we just got to celebrate, go back to the drawing board.
Too easy. Congratulations, and we'll see you next year.
Cheers, man. Thank you.
That's a wrap on the tournament. It's been terrific. Thank you guys for watching.
Think of everything you could do with NIB. You could use NIB rewards to get a discount on some new sneakers. You could get into running. With the time you save with Tally Health and prescription delivery, you could really get into running. You could find the perfect physio and really get into running. You could even get discounted travel insurance. Let's just start with the sneakers. NIB, potentially amazing.